Thank you for clicking on this video. This is I See the Kills, otherwise known as Nick, and this is my brother Chris. I don't know what do you want to like, my go to is I See the Kills. What do you want to be called? Like I don't know, Patriot, Patriot,
Um.
Patriot Fit.
Oh yeah, Patriot underscore fitness. I guess I don't know. We go with that.
All right. Well, this is my brother
Nice.
Chris, otherwise known as Patriot Fitness, and we're gonna
Yeah,
be
Patriot underscore fitness, but we're good.
talking about this movie Prey that actually came out about a week ago, and I did a review on this already. And this time I'm gonna remember to mention the dog because I didn't remember to mention the dog before, so I'm definitely gonna remember it this time. It's not gonna be a play-by-play. We're gonna be just talking about things we liked, maybe some things we didn't like, some things I thought that I'm definitely gonna be talking about some things I thought that didn't work, and yeah, we're gonna kind of go from there. So hopefully you guys enjoy. But Chris, what's your thoughts? What's your feelings? Did you like the movie?
Oh man, I absolutely love that movie. Man, I thought Prey was like what I think what you said in the other review was grounded, right? It was took it back to its roots. Hunter, Predator. Loved it. Action was good. The design of the Predator was great.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I liked it too. I liked it too. I mean, there's some scenes obviously I didn't like, which we'll kind of get into, but
Hmm
the things I didn't like didn't outweigh the things I liked. Like, to be honest, the main character, one of the main characters that you're probably not gonna think that I'm gonna say it, but one of the main characters is the background, the scenery, the environment. The the cinematography in this movie is outstanding. I think every shot, was beautiful. A lot of people are gonna say, "Well, go outside." Well, it's not. It's not about. It's not about just going outside. I'm just saying that this movie was shot beautifully, and to me, that's important.
Who's gonna tell you to go outside?
I see that in one of the reviews I saw. Like, well, hey, you think this movie's beautiful? Like, it has beautiful scenery, and he's all like, "Go outside."
Yeah, it's beautiful all the time. No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the cinematography was awesome. The location where they shot the movie was great. And I think that in this movie, obviously it's English, right? But I think they shot it in their native language too, that you could actually watch in Hulu.
I
You know.
thought that too, but it's actually just dubbed. Like it's dubbed over the English.
Oh, what they keep promoting that?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be. I think because I was gonna watch it again in Comanche, but it was
Mhm.
just dubbed. Like it's the same. You could tell that they're talking English, but it's just dubbed in Comanche. But yeah, I mean it's cool that they did that. I mean, at least they took the extra step to actually do that. But I would have liked to seen them do the scene in Comanche and in English. You know what I mean? Like a lot.
Oh
I
no,
think some movies do
supposedly,
that.
yeah. I mean, this is what I've read. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
supposedly they filmed that scene in English and in the Comanche language, so you can watch it in both. But if you're telling me, that no, that sucks.
Maybe they started that way and then stopped, but like yeah, it's dubbed. Like even if you go to Hulu right now, you'll see like it's just says dubbed Comanche.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's cool that they did that.
Yeah,
Um,
awesome movie.
what do you think about the characters? What do you think about Tabe and Naru and the Doggy and all
Yeah, I
that
thought the
stuff?
brother sister relationship was awesome. Showing how close they are. Like a lot of us, like you and me, right? Closer to your siblings, but I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah, I like the whole brother and sister relationship, and they kind of had like this whole competitive nature, naturally, like a loving competitive nature,
Hmm
like they just wanted to believe in each other. I think,
Oh
give each
yeah,
other
you,
strength.
you could kind of tell that he always believed that his sister could do it. You know what I mean? He just wanted to push her. You know what I mean? And she was always like, I'm going to prove you wrong, type thing. I'm going to prove I can do it, right?
Well, that's the one thing I actually liked about the movie. It wasn't her brother that really was saying that. Like it was just her mom that
Mm.
was saying,
Well,
that
that's
was,
true.
that was for hunting, not for, not sorry, that was for cutting the, getting the crops or the medicine, not for hunting or whatever. The tomahawk, because she got that from her father.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The ones he tied up and made like a weapon with.
Yeah, I mean, there. To be fair, there was one scene where Tabe did kill the lion and came back, and then eventually said, "Yes, I did this. Like it was me. You tried, but you couldn't bring it home. But I think even that came out of love because if he didn't try to do that, she would have went back out that night. And maybe you know got killed. I think he
Yeah.
was trying to protect her. but that was the only scene that he wasn't supporting. But I think he did it in a place where I thought was loving.
And I think
Um,
what they were out hunting that lion because I think that lion attacked people from the group or something.
yeah, there was a hunter that some reason they didn't explain it, I don't think in the movie, but some reason he was out by himself and he's missing, and I think or maybe somebody witnessed him getting mauled by that lion and being taken out. But
Mm,
from what I remember, all I uh, could remember is that they were just looking for him, like they just knew that he was missing. But I don't know.
got it.
I don't know why he was by himself. That's a good question.
Hmm.
But what do you think about the whole predator kind of working his way up the evolutionary chain as
Oh
far
yeah,
as
I mean, I think that whole scenes were great. You know, from what I think what you said before was the ant, right? You know, to the was it the rat to the snake. I thought that scene was cool.
I find it funny that for some reason they were all in the same place. Just perfectly, at the same time. Little little
Yeah, man.
little little convenient, and the predator's all like just letting it happen, I guess, until something fights him. I liked how the predator was playing with the dog too. Like if you notice, like in that scene, like you can tell, even though he's invisible, that he went down to his knees, and he kind of like challenged the dog. He's like, "You really want to fight me?" Because
Hmm.
he brought out his like little sword, samurai thing. What is it, the two things that come out of the hand? Kind of has Wolverine claws. And he's like,
Oh
"You
yeah.
you sure you want to come attack me, dog?" And the dog still attacked him, so he killed the dog. So I kind of like that he kind of left it to the dog's choice. That to me would have been like definitely something a predator would do. You know?
Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but I wanted more of that bear in the predator scene.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about the CGI in that scene?
But I mean, I thought it was it was good for what it was. It's it's a streaming release, right? They're not gonna spend all their money in the CGI, but I thought it was okay, right?
Yeah, I mean, the CGI was a little dodgy at some parts, but I don't know. I love the fact that he carried the bear over his head. Just like, yes, motherfucker, I did this. Like this was
Mm-hmm.
me. I killed this big motherfucker. Like I like that. Um,
And all the blood dripping down on him, like taking a shower with it. That was kind of intimidating.
yeah, I like that. What I don't get is because it didn't really show you how that much blood is coming out of that bear. Because it only showed him, basically punching him, you know, and killing him with
Mm-hmm.
one punch, basically. So I wonder when the
I
bear
think he
was.
stabbed him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we didn't see, like, because the bear was mauling him on the ground, or like shaking him on the ground. So we don't know if he maybe did like a little uppercut while the bear was mauling him and cut him with that little sword thing that he has. So I'm just wondering how that much blood came. So I wish they had a better view of that fight. Like it was more of a, you know, more liberal, like you could see more of the view of the fight instead of just having Naru cover some of the shot and then have the tree cover some of the shot and then have it like in a weird upwards angle. I mean, I get it, for terms of CGI, why it was easier to do that way, but I just kind of wish we saw the fight like a little bit more broader.
No, same here. I
Yeah.
wanted to see that like a John Wick type fight scene. Get in there, get close.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
definitely
don't
want
want.
to.
I don't want the camera, jiggling around too much, or I don't want to have too much of a scene from the inside of a watermelon log and shit.
That's another thing
But yeah,
too. Like, right before that scene, Naru was trying not to guess be detected, but the wind blew on her, and then the bear kind of just knew that she was kind of close by, and she kind
mhm.
of like, you know, draws her bow, and the bow snaps and lets her know that she's there. I mean, like to me in my head, like what is that bow gonna do to that bear? That bear is just gonna be pissed off and come at you more. Like
I
if
don't even think it's gonna puncture.
Yeah, I mean, like to me, instead of like charging her, like if you notice the bear notices you, first of all, get the fuck out of there. Like try to get out of there, get up in a tree or something. I don't know. Like, but I guess the dog is there. But it's kind of funny though, because all I could picture in my head was in that scene where she's trying to put the bow back together, and then the dog is barking at the bear, and all I could picture in my head is fuck this shit, I'm out, because that dog zoomed the fuck out of there. And some reason that bear was just attracted to that dog. But
Hmm.
it was also funny how that dog came back, and like I could picture in my head, like, "Bitch, get out of the way, move!" Like the dog is barking at Siri to like run too, like the bear is behind me.
Oh
But
yeah, that was a good scene.
yeah, supposedly a lot of the dog scenes were added after a test screening because obviously the audience tested really high. Everyone liked the dog, so they added more dog scenes. So I wonder if that was one of the scenes that was added. But
Huh.
what other things did you like about the movie? Anything else in particular you liked?
Hmm. The action is great, storytelling, going back to his roots, keeping it grounded. I don't know, just want to see more of it. Maybe. Yeah, I guess that's not what else I liked about it, but
What what
I don't know
what things didn't you like about it? Maybe I should rephrase that question.
what didn't I like about it.
Yeah,
I didn't like how the brother died.
yeah,
That's weak, you know. And in the fight scene with all those French revolutionary dudes,
yeah.
I wanted more of that versus the Predator. You know what I mean?
Weren't they like cartoon evil too? Like I didn't like how they made him like so evil that it was just like I mean the way that one of those characters turned around when Nauru noticed that he was wearing the pigskin, like it just reminded me of like the French, bad guys in Beauty and the Beast. Like it was very over the top type of bad guy. You know what I mean? Like
Well, you mean they were skinning the buffaloes, right?
yeah, the ones that was skinning the buffaloes. Like I'm talking about the scenes in particular. The scene
Mhm.
where Nauru is in the cage and the chubbier
Oh,
the chubbier
yeah.
French guy's poking her with a stick and then having all these weird facial reactions that are just totally over the top. You know, I mean, obviously the film is trying to tell these guys are assholes and the scum of the world kind of people, but
Mhm.
I don't. To me they were a little bit too cartoon evil. I would say. But anything else you didn't like?
No, nothing much. Too short. The movie is too short for me.
Hour 40?
Yeah, I wanted more action.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
I
wanted
mean,
more.
yeah. I mean, like for me, I thought. I mean, what I talk about some of the things I do. I really liked, the whole relationship between Nauru and the brother. I liked the whole enduringness of it. Like they kind of watched each other's back. Um, I loved the dog in the movie. I loved the whole progression of what the predator kind of, worked his way up the food chain per se. And some things I didn't like, Howard. I mean, like the landscaping, by the way, too. The cinematography. I know I mentioned that earlier, but it deserves mentioning again. The cinematography was just beautiful, so I love that, and I liked the simplicity of the story. Some things I didn't like. I didn't like ultimately how the predator got taken out. I didn't like how he basically killed himself, like the fucking guy from the Predator in 2018. Basically, accidentally killed himself. You flipped your camera to your feet.
Yeah.
um,
Oh no.
no, that's still the wrong way. So another thing I probably didn't enjoy too much was how the brother died, especially because he was kicking
Oh,
his
yeah.
ass. I mean, he was beating the
I did
shit.
not like that. I wanted to see more of that fight scene. He turns around and says his goodbyes, which is sweet and shit. But not to go out like that from the back. But I guess that was a call out from the first Predator, right? With Carl Weathers.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, like, if you have enough time to say all the fucking words he said, you have enough time to maybe escape Nauru and regroup and try to take out the predator together. Like,
Exactly.
he kicked the shit out of it. Look, this is the first scene I've ever seen somebody in a predator movie, and this is including Arnold, has ever made the predator evade. You know, like maybe that one scene where they're all shooting him, with the machine guns and all the assault rifles in Predator One, but like this guy made the predator evade him, hand to hand basically, fighting him with
Yeah.
just a bow and arrow and like I think a knife that he used or a spear, and he made the predator run away. He literally made the predator run away, and then all of a sudden he hears a branch and he turns to his sister and says, this is where my story ends. Yeah,
Yeah,
this,
yeah. This
I'm
is where
not
I die.
going. Yeah, this is where I'm not going any further. I'm like, dude, you just said about 10 seconds of words that could have helped you live, motherfucker. Run. This you
Yeah,
say one word.
that part to me was dumb too.
You say one word. Run like that, or back yourself up in the corner with your sister, where the predator could only come from you from a front. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, obviously there's trees and stuff everywhere that you can climb up a tree and do it, but you could hear the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you'll be able to hear him. Like back yourself up in a tree and you'll know if he's on top of you, and you'll know he's in front of you because you could even see him when he's invisible. But anyways, I didn't like that. Um, and with the predator dying at the end, with him killing himself, like how did Naru, first of all, this is more logistically, how did Naru have time to shoot him with the helmet, get the helmet, perfectly place the helmet in place without the laser being on, mind you? Like there, that hole is so big that
Hmm.
he could have landed anywhere in that fucking hole, right? And the laser would not be aligned. All right, so how the fuck does she align the fucking laser, right? Have trying to climb a 50-foot fucking tree, all before the predator tries to find her.
And there's the analytical part of you, man. It was a great action movie. I loved it. I ain't. That's too much, man. You're being analytical. You don't like the action?
No, I love the action, but it has to make fucking sense. I mean, she in technical terms, Chris, she Macaulay Culkin the fucking scene, right?
I
She
loved it.
she
It
did
was
the Home
great.
Alone. Like remember Macaulay Culkin ran all the way back home from the church and somehow set up all those traps in less than 20 minutes before the fucking
Yeah, it was super.
crooks came in. Yeah, you had the
And it, and it was
suspicion.
and it was worth it because that scream at the end, man. You know what I'm saying? That was great.
The
Comanche scream.
yeah, the suspension of disbelief has to be very fucking high for this part.
Hmm.
Just like the fight scene. I mean, the end fight scene. I mean, she did get some good blows in there, but because of her agilities and being able to maneuver and stuff like that, she was able to evade some things. But the predator had a hold of her fucking neck. Why didn't he just fucking squeeze? Like, he fucking
It,
had her.
it didn't fit the script right. The writer just thought that would be a
Oh,
good
that's
way to
why.
end it.
Because they didn't write it that way, right?
That's right.
That's what it was. That's what it
Right.
was. So there's little things like that. There's not major overall. Obviously, the movie was good. I enjoyed it. Like I had my attention, but for me, just the ending, how Tabe died, and maybe just a little bit more of the dog. I know they added more scenes of the dog, but I really liked the dog in the part. One
Yeah, I want to
thing,
hear the dog talk more, right? Hear his voice.
well, like word of like, first of all, this dog is borderline magic. Okay, like he just shows up at the perfect fucking times and goes away at the perfect times because he would be
Yeah, right.
the scene wouldn't have worked if the dog was there. Like there's
Yeah, he earned his roles, that's for sure.
there's one scene where like Naru just says, "Okay, go go," right, and then the dog just fucks off until like three scenes later, and then somehow the dog comes back right when the predator comes. Like it was just I don't know, it's kind of
He
perfect.
was overseeing the situation, man, from a
No,
high point.
that
This is a
dog.
smart dog. This
That's what I'm
dog was
saying.
looking from a high point, looking everything down. Then he realized when he could come in,
You
and he
know,
swoops right in to save Naru again, bro.
you know what it was though.
Fighting.
I think that dog was genetically altered by the predator, and the dog is like Einstein level fucking dog. Like he just knows. He's like, damn, I gotta save these humans. He has a plan. Like, come on,
Dude, three people just clicked off right now when you said that.
no, no, look. He's the one that had the fucking tomahawk at the end. He's the one that had the
Who's dog?
tomahawk. The dog. He's the one that fucking grabbed the weapon that Nauru fucked off somewhere, and he said, "Here, do you need this one?" And then he's
Oh,
all
that's
like,
right. Did he really grab the weapon and give it to him?
"Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Chris." That's what I'm saying. This dog is borderline supernatural. Like, this dog could be a
Well,
character.
maybe there's. Oh my God, it's a Disney movie. They're promoting super pets, bro. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say that. I was like, this dog could be in a Marvel movie. Like, he's that type of hero.
I mean, DC. Come on, bro.
Well, it's freaking Disneyland, bro. They own Marvel, so
Yeah, I
it's a
know.
Marvel character.
Super pets. Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, Super Pets is cool. I mean, I didn't actually. I seen the preview. I still need to watch the movie. But I heard Keanu Reeves does a really good job as Batman. That he has a really good some one-liners.
No, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll probably watch that.
But I don't know. I guess that's our thoughts on Prey.
Oh,
Like overall,
you forgot about the ending real quick, man.
but
I saw this the other day. I don't know if you noticed at the end of the movie, there was no end credits, but you saw spaceships and they're pointing to the sky,
Oh
right?
yeah,
In the writing,
that's true.
hinting that there's possibly another sequel.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, you killed our young brother and shit. We're gonna come back and get you. You better get your clan ready. This is it. Number
Well,
two, or
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 they
how
killed
cool?
all of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, or how cool would it be to see what the Predators did, with the samurais back in Japan, or with the Vikings, you know what I mean, thousands of years ago, you know what I mean, or with the Romans,
Well, if
like
they
that would be
they
cool.
kind of backed themselves in a corner with this because look, now they can't do like any periods. Like I gotta admit to you, like it's very cool to see like a Japanese one or a Vikings one, to keep that kind of trend. But now since they added that gun into this movie, right? So
They
now
completely
they
threw them
have to,
all up.
well, now they have to explain how the fuck did the Predator get the gun back? So
Okay, guess what? Now, Cowboys, bro, fucking Cowboys versus Predator, man. That's gonna be
well,
cool.
Well, does that ending scene mean that the predators? Because they obviously the
Ooh.
predator came in, right? The predator came in the ship, and then that's where that the cave drawings ended. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the fucking predators killed all the tribe people and got the gun back?
I don't think so. I think that's indicating, hey, we're gonna come back, be prepared. And we're gonna send down two more warriors. Get your biggest warriors ready.
Well, if you
I don't
remember,
know.
if you remember from AVP, the ship landed and all those predators came
Oh,
down.
this movie erased AVP. I mean, I loved AVP.
How do
I
we know
still
that
love
though? I mean, the helmet kind of looks very xenomorphish.
it. That's true.
So I
And at
mean,
least that's what some
and
people are.
and the Aliens TV show is coming out. So like, and that's coming out very soon. And there has to be a reason why these two have been made together, basically. You
Oh,
know,
I didn't know that.
yeah, there's an Alien TV show coming out, and they're basically kind of, I don't know. I think they're doing the same thing. I don't think they're leading off where Ridley Scott was going, but Ridley Scott is producing the TV show. But I don't know what that means with storyline or if they're going to continue the Prometheus.
I am gonna watch that though. Now that after we're done with this review, pick up my kids. I'm gonna go watch Aliens.
Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, by the way, real
Yeah.
comparison. I wanted to put this in the video as well. Okay, so if you compare Ripley to this you can't even compare this Ripley to this character, first of all, because to me, that story was more compelling as a female lead, and the only reason why is because what motivated her was the love of being a mother. She
Mm.
treated Newt. Newt was her motivation throughout that whole movie to save Newt. So that to me, that as a main thing to motivate the protagonist is more compelling for me. For this one, obviously her main thing is, oh, I want to do it because you don't think I can do it. So I mean, to me, like, Ripley was just a fucking badass. She was a badass because she did it out of love. This character is badass because she wants to be a badass. So to me, it's
Yeah,
just
both
no
stories. I
difference.
know what you're saying. Yeah, both stories are cool. I get both. But Ripley, man, hands down, is the best female character of all time.
Oh yeah, I love like
That's the
Ripley.
Arnold, the Arnold of all female characters, man.
That's why
That was
I like Alien 3. Like this is going off a different tangent, but Alien 3 was like I wish they kept the Alien 2, momentum for another movie or two. You know what I mean? Like and
oh
then kind
yeah.
of speared off to where the fuck it went to in Alien Resurrection. But even Alien Resurrection was a great movie. Okay, anyways, we're gonna be talking about different movies now. But if you guys like this video, please hit that like, subscribe button. We'll probably be doing Warriors pretty soon here, and watch out for that video. But otherwise, thank you for clicking on it, and we bid you adieu.
Peace.